Greetings, PressProsMagazine.com readers. It is July the 5th, Tuesday, Independence Day, after Independence Day, rather. And I greet you from the PressProsMagazine.com Columbus studios. And how about this? A new website. Check it out. Right here it is. Finally, the redesigned PressProsMagazine.com website is with us. Ohio's best sports stories from Ohio's best sports writers. We'll have Twitter polls for you to take. Right here's the lead story today, which has to do with the story that is taking college athletics and all of sports really by storm right now, which is the surprise addition of USC and UCLA to the Big Ten. How about that? I grew up dreaming of Ohio State USC in the Rose Bowl on January 1st. Now, well, I guess we get it every year. We won't get it in the Rose Bowl anymore because that's where UCLA plays its home game. So we'll get UCLA and Ohio State in a regular season game. What becomes of the Rose Bowl? Was the Rose Bowl consulted? And how's this going to work out when California, about a year or so ago, announced that it would no longer sanction state travel to states that have laws against transgender women playing women's sports? That's transgender women's a biological man. These are all questions for another day. It's time to cheer, cheer, cheer for not old Notre Dame because they're not in the Big Ten yet, but for a Big Ten that includes two schools in Los Angeles, 1,500 miles from the next closest Big Ten member, Lincoln, Nebraska. It is all about the Benjamins, of course, and there will be lots of them in it for the Big Ten. Apple TV is re-engaged with the Big Ten. They may want a piece of the Big Ten's media rights deal, which expires after this year. Fox is not going to get aced out. That is because Fox owns 61% of the Big Ten network. But ESPN might get axed out by Amazon, by Apple. Would you subscribe to Apple TV if it would give you access to, Rutgers and USC at 11 o'clock on a Saturday night? Well, that's probably going to be part of the package if Amazon or Apple gets it because Fox has the right of first refusal. So a million questions. It's always about the money now, whether it's name, image, and likeness or TV rights deals or whatever. But college football tradition, wave bye-bye to it. It is gone. You know what's not gone? All the cool products off the shelves at Lehman's. They do not have store stocking issues at Lehman's. They have tons and tons of cool products. My wife and I are going to a wedding on Saturday. And where do you think we found the perfect wedding gift? Of course, Lehman's. It's the place to go for the hardest to buy for person on your list. Now, I'm not going to tip our hand and say what we gave away, but if you are looking for a person's who is hard to buy for and you want to know, like, maybe they like something techie, or maybe they like something old fashioned, or maybe they like something for the kitchen, or maybe they want a manly man gift, like, I don't know, how about the para hatchet? Yes, you can indeed find this at Lehman's, and you can get it at 15% off when you use the promo code Press Pros Magazine in the How Did You Hear About Us box when you order online at lehmans.com. You say, that's a little bit of a manly gift for a wedding gift, Bruce. Yes. What about the Butterbell crock? Right here it is. Keeps that butter soft and fresh for the kitchen table. I told you they had a little bit of everything at Lehman, so you ought to check it out. lehmans.com. All right, what's the next move in the college football reorganization landscape? I would imagine it will involve some of the leftover schools in the Pac-12. Are they going to stick with the Pac-12? I don't know. I'd get off the Titanic if I were you, but maybe they'll jump to the Big 12, or maybe the Big 12 would disintegrate and get consumed by the ACC. Is there anybody else in the Big 12 that the SEC wants? Answer no, because if so, they would have taken them when they took Texas and Oklahoma. But I think we're working toward a time where we have two, probably 20 or maybe even 24 team conferences, and the NCAA, at least in terms of football, will go bye-bye. Basketball, a little bit of a different story because in basketball, the little guy can still rise up with a great player or two and beat a more named school. That's what we love about the NCAA tournament, right? But I know things have to change because I know that television runs the world now, and I know that it's not always convenient to keep those geographical boundaries that have been in place in the history of college sports. But we're certainly in a period where the landscape's going to look a lot different than it has over the years, and then it's going to be up to you as a fan to decide whether you like this new world order, whether you can continue to look at it as a college amateur endeavor. I'm laughing because, of course, it hasn't been for a long time, but a lot of people deluded themselves into thinking that it was. But now that you have immediate transfer eligibility and you have quarterbacks driving $200,000 cars and you have coaches making $10 million a year and you have UCLA and USC joining the Big Ten, I think you can say that college athletics is going to look a lot different going forward than it has looking backward in the rearview mirror. And those of us who loved what we saw in the rearview mirror and dreamed about New Year's Day with Ohio State and USC in the Rose Bowl and don't want it to become an October regular season game every single year, well, we have the choice. We can become grudging consumers, willing consumers, or we can move on to something else. PressProsMagazine.com, of course, covers the Buckeyes. We cover all the teams that you care about, and we'd love to interact with you on our social media channels. Instagram, Press Pros Magazine. Facebook, same. Twitter, at Press Pros Mag. Get your entries in to win the $50 Layman's gift card. I know it's around here somewhere. They're a hot item. Right there it is, the $50 Layman's gift card. We give one of these away every month, and if you'd like to know how to enter it, I'll make it easy for you. I'll put it on the crawl. At least I thought I would. There, it's on the crawl now. You go to PressProsContest@gmail.com, PressProsContest@gmail.com. Fill out your entry, and you might be the winner of the $50 Layman's gift card. Okay, other than that, we'll keep our eye on everything that's going on. No high school sports in the summertime, of course, but the college athletic realignment landscape promises to get a little bit more interesting in the coming days, and we'll bring it all to you here. And we hope that you check out and like the new site, as it has a lot of the familiar elements from the past and some new elements as well. So looks a little different. There's your Twitter poll. Which Buckeye will most likely be in New York for the 2023 Heisman ceremony? You can vote. You can check out the results. All of it done with meticulous care and, yes, still a little bit of tweaking at PressProsMagazine.com. Everybody have a great Tuesday night, and we'll talk to you again very, very soon.